Yeah, going on. Just if you're watching this video, fundamentally we're trying to create our tag accounts environment. Now, when I say accounts environment, we're talking about a lean process, and as far as what I'm trying to do is myself is actually get our invoices out as quickly and as promptly and as efficiently as possible. Now, we with Lara here, my little my ever so faithful and wonderful companion, we do an awesome job. And what I'm finding is the weak link, and it's on my level, is to get the clarity in the message, my personal time management, and what I'll call the exhaustion of just running the 24-hour, 7-day a week type headspace. Now that's okay, but now that I do look for that balance of life and I do want to start winding down, this is the last element that we're improving within the tag community. So without too much blah blah blah, what we'll need to do is actually have a look. If you can see, I've just used this as a screen face to try and hide some more of the details. But as you start to get involved, um, you'll sort of come to understand a little bit more of what I want. But down the side here, we've got a list of invoices that are currently going. Now we've got this as an out there. We've got this set up as a draft, and a lot of the time, the the way that we found it the quickest and simplest way to raise a new invoice is actually just to replicate or duplicate. As you come down, and I'm not sure, no, as we open up an invoice as such, you'll see in the top, I'll just slide that down a little bit. You'll see in the top here, there's a series of tabs, and there's two buttons really. There's one where you can add attachments, which might be if we were receiving an invoice, or I might have emailed in a fuel docket or something like that. We'd attach that to the actual purchase. And over onto this box here, we'd actually start to see things like duplicate. Okay, so there's a series of drop menus in this other menu, and you'll see that when you actually open up a particular invoice line item. Now, so really, we've now got our, without me sort of showing too much, we've now got our customer coming down the side here. I'll have effectively sort of said, look, we need to do blah, blah, blah around blah, blah, blah. And can you have a look at that, please, so that we can actually critique it? Now, the critique, and I might just, maybe I'll try this. And again, I'm conscious of what's going on. So I'm just going to pause for a second. Okay, well look, what I've done is I've actually opened up one of the line items, and as you can see, I'm revealing the customer. But as part of that tag community, DCAM, the company, is actually a very, very good electrical-based company, and I thought that it's probably not too bad to help promote them at the same time. Now, with respect to that, what's happened here is I'm now proofreading, okay, and I can see that there's actually a typo here and a little bit of detail that needs to be critiqued on Lara's understanding via voicemail what she's done. Now I could have actually sent a voicemail to Lara at 4 o'clock in the morning as I'm driving down the road. I could have sent it to anyone. I could have done a video for actual creation of this baseline. What we've been doing is actually looking at the project, creating, when we get a new job number, I'll call it, we'll create a project. The project will have a number, and we'll now have a reference, and we also have a DCAM reference embedded. So it's a bit of a complicated sort of way, but at the end of the day, that's sort of trying to connect up all this stuff and make a neat, presentable invoice that's got tangible job number, project management, but da 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 da. This job here is probably realistically something that's a lot of hours in it, so it's going to be accumulation, but because we're doing a weekly invoice, that's sort of where it's coming back to. We need to be maintaining for speedy invoice process. So look, if we go into edit up the top here, okay, what we'll start to see is, all right, now traditionally this would be a very tight, but we've got a little pop-up here now which you can click on the actual line item that you want to edit. This is one of the tag little modifications that we've done, is because I said earlier, I'll just come back to go forward. I said earlier that we had some different menu buttons or selection options up here. So if we were doing an invoice, receiving a supplier docket, the window would actually be, the window being the whole screen face at the moment, would be pretty similar. We could add an attachment to that. There might be some associated documents or what have you with this. I also spoke about being able to duplicate. So there was a next week's duplication required. We could just go, all right, now let's duplicate. bang, bang, easy done. I would then have X amount of lines, I'll call it, that I could start replicate. So on Monday we did, on Tuesday we did, on Wednesday we did, and da 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 da. That's sort of how I see it, as trying to get together and smartening up the way that I process through these things. Really, this is a first stage introduction. I'm hoping that it does show you what's going on. The validation is effectively, all right, well, everything's been proofread, everything's correct. It's now X day of the week, and we're going to send out with DCAM as the example. I really want to be able to close out there, invoicing by Wednesday night, and that sort of gets us into the pay cycle, and everyone's working efficiently as well. There's others there that we'll be watching without going into the background again, and we'll be able to talk those over the phone. And effectively, if you're watching this video, you'll know that we've already pre-spoken this, and it's really about the phone call clarity, and this is about the training, how the tag Odoo system's been set up to effectively give back the best results in the most leveraged and cost-effective way for other small business owners as well moving forward. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. And I know if you're watching this, you're already awesome. And let's rock. Let's enjoy this and bring it on. Have a good days. See you all. Bye.